I've got a problem with one of my toes. It doesn't hurt or anything, but I know I need to see a doctor about it. When my mates have seen it, they're like, Mark, someone needs to look at that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But it's been years and I've still not been to the doctor because I don't really feel or see the need. You know, when I talk to people about speaking to their friends about God, I get the same reaction. They're like, yeah, I know. But they don't see the need. They don't understand that it's now. Now is the time. In 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 2, the Bible says, now is the time. Now is the time for salvation. It's like we need to understand that the need is going to provoke us into action. In Mark chapter 2, 4 mates see that their body is really sick and they decide, we need to do something. Now's the time to do it. We need to get our friend in front of Jesus. We need to be provoked by the need that's around us. I remember a few years ago seeing this story unfold that absolutely broke my heart. I remember sobbing. Some of you may even remember what happened, but there was an Egyptian ferry that set off, and after about half an hour, there was a fire on board. The people on the boat began to cry out to the captain, and he calmed everybody down and said, listen, we're going to get the fire under control, do not panic. But after another 20 minutes, it was obvious that the fire was completely out of control. It was obvious that the boat was beginning to sink. And there was this moment where the people began to cry out to the captain. They realized that they were maybe going to lose their lives. They screamed up to the captain to be saved. I'll never forget it, because the captain and his crew were on an upper deck, and there they were zipping up their life jackets. And they then got into one of the few lifeboats and they sailed away while the boat sank and hundreds of people lost their lives. When I saw that, I was crying before God. I says, God, please never let that be an image of the church. Never let that be a picture of the Christian world. That we are the rescued and that we're in a little huddle and we're just sailing away singing Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound, and the rest of the world can go to hell. No, I want to be about seeing as many being rescued as possible. We must have the whatever it takes spirit. The 4 guys, they got their friend to the house, but when they got there, it was crowded. There was lots of obstacles in the way. What did they do? Did they just give up? Did they just say, let's try another day? No, they took the roof off their thinking and came up with an innovative way of getting their friend in front of Jesus. And so the same for us. We want to get our mates in front of Jesus. We must take the roof off our thinking. Think of innovative and creative ways of inviting our mates, telling our friends about Jesus. And so the 4 stretcher bearers, they dug a hole in the roof and they lowered their friend in front of Jesus. And here is the key. They stepped back and let Jesus do what only Jesus can do. Salvation and healing came because they stepped back and let Jesus be Jesus. Now is the time for salvation. And we say, come on, salvation and healing come.